Hello, welcome. My name is the Renegade Gamer, and today we're going to be reviewing a older movie, Sylvester Stallone movie, no less, Copland. I feel this movie is a little bit overlooked when it comes to a lot of Stallone's best work. Um, to put it bluntly, I always thought Stallone was actually a pretty good actor in general. Uh, he's an excellent writer, that's for sure. I mean, he wrote Rocky. And Rocky Balboa. He's written quite a few films, actually. But Copland was actually a pretty good movie in its own time. And unfortunately, it's one of those movies that most people just kind of forgot about. And it's what I kind of refer to as a slow burn movie. What I mean by that basically is that you're introduced to this character. And basically it's very obvious that it's known that this is supposed to be the hero of the story, but the thing about it is that they are basically at one end at the beginning, and it's taken a very very slow time for things to build up for them to finally actually do something about it. It's an interesting hero that we deal with here. It's actually kind of realistic in a lot of ways because most of us are not really wanting to get involved with many things that are going on. We're willing to look the other way, and that's exactly what Sylvester Stallone's character does in this movie. Is he looks the other way to a point where he's so disgusted at what's going on that he can't do it anymore. He can't look at himself in a mirror. He can't. He can't do this anymore. And he's not the only one. He's the only one that. He isn't the only one. Ray Loretta's character, Fig, he is already at that point. He can't stand looking at himself in the mirror. He quite literally hates the fact of what he's done. But anyway, I know I'm getting a little bit off track here. Let me go into a little bit about what the movie's about, in case if you haven't seen this movie. Okay, it starts out with basically a cop, and he ends up starts out with this cop. And he's a hero cop, and he accidentally, well, it's not an accident, he kills two black guys in a car. Now, to his defense, he thought they were pointing a gun at him. They weren't. And well, the cops tried to cover it up, specifically his uncle. And they're on the George Washington Bridge. Oh, by the way, this takes place in New York City and New Jersey. And this incident takes place on George Washington Bridge. And it's thought that he jumps off the bridge to suicide, when in actuality his uncle takes him in the back of the car and takes him to Garrison, New Jersey, where Stallone is the town sheriff. And this town basically is composed of all cops. I mean, they all work in the big city of New York City, and they live out here in the Garrison, New Jersey. So, in essence, they do their job here and live here. And he has the task of basically watching all these cops at all times. And it gets really it's a fascinating movie in a lot of ways, because it really does show basically the what is known as the blue shield, which is cops cover each other's asses. Now I went into law enforcement in college, and I actually have a degree in it, and I can tell you right now there is a lot of stuff in the movie that's actually kind of not that far off. just from how people are in general in that field. Power corrupts, and it's shown in this movie very well with the character of Ray. I mean, it is corrupting him. But there are some individuals out there that have a good sense of justice, and just like in real life, we have people that do have a good sense of justice, and thank God, because we need them. Overall, I think the movie really is good, and I don't really have a lot of complaints. It's a little clunky, I have to admit that. It is. It's a little bit clunky, but it is well acted, and the story is just really not. It's just a real good story. So I don't really have any major complaints about the movie. I like the music. I like the stories. I like the characters. Like I said, I think it's one of Sylvester Stallone's more underrated roles that he did, and it's just a good movie. If you want to watch a pretty suspenseful cop drama, it's not a bad film to pick up. It really isn't. It's a pretty good movie. And so, for my review for the rating, and I know that's what you're waiting for, is the rating, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. I do think it's a solid film. I think it's a good film. I think it has a few problems here and there, but nothing majorly that's going to distract you from the movie. Maybe a couple of unnecessary scenes here and there, but nothing major. Overall, I look forward to watching this movie again at some point. So, final thoughts, 3 out of 5. 4 out of 5. Sorry, I'm tired. I've been up for over 20 hours. Anyway, so this is the Renegade, and I am signing off for the evening. So, good night, or good day, or whenever you watch this. Anyway, y'all take it easy.